Yo, what's going on, everybody? If you're seeing this video, that means it is June 15th, 2018, the 8-year anniversary of the creation of the Willie123T channel. Welcome to the greatest podcast on this fucking website. I am your host, Willie123T himself, and we're going to be doing a nighttime nostalgia in honor of this prolific day 8 years ago. Can't believe it's been 8 years. I know I say it every year. Every year it just gets more and more unbelievable, and the years get shorter and shorter. And I'm running out of ideas for shit to do. Thankfully I have this series, this show, this podcast, whatever you want to call it, and I can kind of talk about whatever I want since it is nighttime nostalgia. Just gives me my one free episode a year. This date does. But the thing is, I gotta keep coming up with creative shit. So last year, you may remember, in honor of 7 years, I did this like 7 channels that I used in the past, or 7 channels of mine that were like defunct or something like that. That was an interesting episode. A good nice throwback to some of my past mostly failed endeavors on this website that I've been on for 8 fucking years now. Jeez. So, what am I doing today? I've got something similar for you. I know last year I was like, I want to kind of do like a compilation for 8 years, like I did for 3 years. In 2013, I did a compilation of some of my best moments from 2010 to 2013. Although I don't think I included anything from 2010 in there, because let's be real, all of my 2010 content was garbage. So was pretty much all of 2011. But I've got a lot of content to work with that I could have done that with. But here's the thing: at that time, I produced content all year round. Now, generally speaking, I just produce during the summer. Just that season alone, because I'm just, I'm so busy with school. I'm grown. I got this little community where I happen to have the tiniest remnant of clout. This can't take a precedent in my life anymore, but during the summer it can, and that's why I only produce during the summer. So I figure 3 years of year-round content to make that the 3-year anniversary compilation. That's roughly equivalent if I do it next year. So from 2013 to 2019, that's 6 years. So I figure that's roughly equivalent to 6 years of just content being produced in the summer, since I do upload pretty consistently in the summer. Now, obviously, there are some exceptions. Like in summer 2014, I just didn't produce any gaming content at all. I only released music, and very little at that. And there was some in like the second half of 2013, I produced pretty consistently. I didn't really stop producing until like the end of 2013, beginning of 2014. So I think the only thing I published in 2014 on this channel in particular was those Barbie videos, which were fun. So yeah, and then every now and then, like maybe like during Christmas break or something, I'll put some stuff up, or like during spring break, I'll do a nighttime nostalgia or something. But by and large, it's only during the summer. So I figure, 2019, I'll have a massive, or at least a decent chunk of content, diverse content, to really get some stuff to make a good compilation in honor of 9 years. And then for the decade, when we get, if we get to 10 years, I assume we will, unless this channel gets suspended before that. Then for 10 years, then we'll do something really crazy. I don't know what the fuck it would be, but it would be something amazing. It would have to be. It's a decade. But yeah, so this year, what are we doing this year? Let's quit talking about next year. Let's quit talking about 2 years from now. Let's talk about this year. What are we doing this year? So, just like last year where I had a top 7 in honor of 7 years, I'm doing a top 8. What is this top 8? It's going to be top 8 people that I used to work with on YouTube that just fell off the face of the earth. Like this is like an unsolved mysteries sort of episode, I guess you could say. This is where it gets spooky. So top eight unsolved cases. There's some of them are kind of solved, or could be solved if I put in a little bit of effort. But we're gonna be hearing a lot of interesting stories in this. I'm really glad I had this idea. I had this idea yesterday. So today's the 9th. I know I'm doing this like a week in advance, but I just wanted to get it done. There's no call tonight on Skype, so I was like, this may be the last night I have to do this, because you look at like boom, 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 like these days that's E3 and shit. And I've got so much shit going on next week, and then Mop's coming back to YouTube, so I'm gonna be busy working with him and all that. So I figured tonight might be the last night I had to do this before the Big 15. So that's why I'm doing this so early, if not that anyone really gave a fuck. But so there are some guidelines for this top 8 for people to be included in it. So one, it has to be people that like I actually closely collaborated with in some degree, even if it was just like they showed up in a couple videos on one of my channels. It could be any of my channels, by the way. Even if you were just a guy that uploaded on a collab channel, such as LPs for Dinner, for example, I think that qualifies someone to be on the list, because there's tons of people I know, like more than I could possibly count, that I know or knew that just totally fell off the face of the internet, but I didn't really work with them, so I had to narrow it down somehow. So I'm adding the qualification. It has to be someone that I worked with. So for example, I could include, say, Italo on the list if I didn't have that qualification, but I never worked with Italo, so that's just one example. Or say, of course I'm drawing a blank right after I fucking said like I could think of so many people. Well, think of someone like Italo, or I don't know, anyone else that I talked to, or like Resdrayon. I don't know. He may still be around. I don't know. Or like, people that I worked with. How about Gaz? Let's go with Gaz. I don't know if he's still around, but to someone like I never worked really with Gaz. Oh, I was on a podcast with him. That's about it. I don't think that counts, because that wasn't on my channel. That was on his. So yeah, so someone like Gaz wouldn't count. There's lots of people. I mean, lots of them. So I didn't work with them. I fucking forgot their names. Let's be real. Like, I forgot a lot of fucking names. You got to give me some refreshers and shit. I'm sure if I saw a bunch of names, I would recognize and be like, yeah, these are examples of people who don't count. Like Evil Banhammer Kirby. Never worked with him. Knew him. He fell off the face of Earth. Can't include him. Ackerman88. Knew him. Never worked with him. Can't put him on the list. So that's one way we narrow it down. Another way we narrow it down. So this can't just be like a case of this doesn't. I want to get across that this isn't simply that I stopped talking to the person. I want this to demonstrate that like they fell the fuck off the face of the internet. Because I find those cases the most interesting, because you're like, man, what are they doing? If I just stop talking to someone, it's like I can contact them. Like, for example, Josh and Julio can't be on this list because I got a Discord server that I could go into right now and talk to them. I don't talk to them as much as I should, because I'm a terrible human being who's bad at maintaining communications with and relationships and all that shit. But they don't count, because I go talk to Josh and Julio pretty much anytime I want. I have an open line of communication with them. This also means that I can't, or that I will, for the most part, be avoiding people with whom I lost communication because of the result of beef. I have had falling outs with more people than I could possibly count on the internet and in real life, but even on the internet, so many people I've had falling outs with, and I've lost communication with them because of that. That's not what I'm going for here. There is one person on here where it's kind of an exception, that I did end communication with this person because of beef that I had with them. However, they also really fell off the face of the internet sometime shortly after. So I am going to include them because they kind of fit what I'm going for, even though I am kind of breaking the rules that I set for myself by including them, since my relationship did end because of beef. But you'll see they do fit in with the list, I think. And I think that's all the qualifications that I have, so let's jump right in. I'm going to try. Now, I'm not promising that I have this order incorrect, but I'm going to try to do this in a descending chronological order of when I last talked to each person. So I'm going to start with the person that I most recently talked to, and then go and then like kind of go work all the way back rather to the person I talked to last that just fell the fuck off the face of the internet. A long time ago. We're basically going back in time in this rather than starting back in time and go moving forward. So, and again, these are rough estimates. I'm not promising they're correct, but to the best of my ability, I've tried to kind of maneuver this list in a way that is, for the most part, accurate. So, let's start with number 8. This person. Fuck. I'm already fucking up. My browser's fucking up. I'm gonna go to... Oh, and by the way, the person that's number 1, anyone that knows me will not be surprised by who's number 1. Anyone that knows any history of me, they're not gonna be surprised by who number 1 is. So number 8 here, I have number 8 pulled up. This is our good friend Espeon2812, aka Lou, formerly known as the Luigi guy, or Luigi's Mansion. But we got his last channel that he used for a very long time, Espeon2812. Our good friend Lou. I mean, who could forget Lou? He was such a monumental figure in this particular area of the internet. A close compatriot of Mop for a very long time. One of Mop's closest friends back in the day, and also a very close friend of Mox. But hey, who wasn't a close friend of Mox back in the day? So Lou, a very controversial figure, I guess you could say. Really, he was just an asshole, but started. He was at the center of a lot of infighting in the group, which I like, cause I'm fucking psychotic, but didn't like that a lot of the fighting involved me. Let's be candid here. Lou hated me for a very long time. I mean, he didn't even subscribe. So I knew Lou since 2010. Let's keep it real. I met him on the Aurora Virus chat in 2010. Just like I met a bunch of other fucking people. This guy didn't subscribe to me until 2012. It took this guy 2 years of knowing me to subscribe to me. Wow. So, that aside, he, really didn't like me. There was a period of time, it was around when he subscribed to me. It was during the ISPP time, which was in, late 2012. See the Nighttime Nostalgia episode on collaborative channels if you want more information on that. So it was around, that time when he subscribed to me. He did like me, I think, for a brief period of time there. But then for, like, a lot of 2013, probably even 2014, he just really hated me. I mean, I've got some screenshots somewhere. I remember I saw a screenshot not too long ago. It was like, it was a screenshot of the chat that would later become the STC chat, and you see like for example, if I go in here, I see like, away, online, away, DND. So you see like all that in the screenshot. Then you see a question mark, and it's Lou. It's like that. He had me like blocked or removed or something. It was like that for the longest time. He really didn't like me. But then something in like 2015. Now, in all fairness to him, for a lot of 2010 and 2011, we didn't have a lot of direct communication. It's kind of like, I guess you could kind of say it's like Ben, where I never talked to him. It's not as extreme as Ben, because I had never talked to Ben in 2010, but I did, like, I knew the name of Ben Knight Prime. But with Lou, it was like a less extreme case of that, where I did talk to him a couple times, but we never really talked directly. It was more like, if me and Mox were in a Skype call, and Mox wanted to add him or something like that. That was like the extent of my communication with Lou in like 2010 and 2011. Then in 2012, it picked up, and it maintained for a while after that, and led to a lot of fights. Perhaps for the better. I don't know. I've never shied away from a fight. Maybe that's not true, but for the most part, I'm down to fight. So 2015, though, he did start to like me more. I'm not entirely sure why, but I think it may have been the whole situation with Mox where we kicked him out of the group because of the whole Truth or Dare thing. This was summer of 2015, early summer 2015. I think we kind of bonded over that, because I remember he said the quote like, if like anyone in this group, he said like Willie's like the last person in this group that I would want to be mad at me because I was just fucking like going ham on Mox and like ruining his life. So I think Lou gained some respect for me there, maybe some fear. Fear is always good. That's how I keep my friends. As I scare them, they leave, I'll fucking kill them. But clearly that fear didn't work well enough on Lou, because even though he did like me back then, and even in that likeness carried into 2016, I believe, he was very adamant about me getting on Skype in 2016, because something about his school, man. He graduated earlier. He got out like his school ended earlier than most schools do, I think. Like his shit like ended like a month before mine. So 2016, I graduated, but I still had shit to do after I graduated. Unfortunately, I still had a lot of shit to do with like college shit. Cause most people, like I think generally most people have their college orientation in like the middle of the summer. Mine was like immediately after I graduated. So I was still very busy, and he was like, "Man, when are you gonna be able to get on Skype, man? We need you, man." And then is understandable for him to say, because I was very inactive for the beginning of 2016, because man, that was my last semester of high school. That was such a tough semester, dude. I was taking all AP classes, and I had a ton of extracurricular shit going on too. It was rough, man. Maybe I should do a nighttime nostalgia episode on balancing school and internet life. I think that'd be a good idea. So anyways, this particular point in my life is the last time when Lou was actually active online. About halfway through the summer of 2016, if I remember correctly, Lou became very inactive online. He stopped getting on Skype, stopped talking to us, all kinds of things. We talked to him a couple more times in 2016. He got online. There was one, it was at the end of the summer. I remember there was a call very late at night. It was me, him, and Mop talking. That was like at the end of the summer 2016. We were like, "Man, you haven't been on for like a month or two, man. Where you been?" And he was just like, "Oh yeah, I've been busy." Which if something like that happens, that's big red flag. It's only going to get worse, because he talked to us through chat a couple times at the end of throughout the remainder of 2016. Then he got online. He had one Skype call with us in all of 2017. It was during my spring break of 2017. Lou got online and had one Skype call with us in all of 2017. And now we're in 2018. We have only heard one thing from him. He said, "I'm here" in the STC chat. Or no, he said, "I was here." Ben asked him a question. He said, "What's up, Lou?" He said a minute later. Also, fun fact, anytime Lou's gotten online since 2016, like ever since his absence really began, he's only ever been online. The only other person that's ever been online with him was Ben. It's really funny. Ben's always the one that catches him. So anyways, Lou he got off so quick, he couldn't even answer Ben's question that he said like immediately afterwards. He just got offline. I didn't know it at the time, but I caught it later that this fucker... I apologize for the ear rape that's probably about to hit you. I'm going to try to pause this as quickly as I can. But, oh shit, I normally don't pause it that quick. Normally I have to hear this guy's fucking disgusting laugh. Alright, so, if you go to this video, we made a nighttime nostalgia about this video. Go check it out. It's called Mox's Style. It's really good. The fuck is this, man? Fuck is this? He is talking to Mox. Now keep in mind, we removed Mox in 2016. Now granted, it was end of summer, early fall 2016, so it was right as Lou's absence began. Look at this. 3 easy, 5 you, miss you, Mox, but I'm not dead. You got a Discord or some shit? I'm kind of MIA with internet right now. No details there. So I'm including him on this, even though he's clearly alive and we could somehow contact him. I'm including him on this list because we really don't know what his deal is. Who fucking knows? Is he on Mox's side? Is he on our side? I mean, we've had a huge discussion about this in STC. He was actually in the STC chat, like I said, up until very recently. I booted him as soon as I saw this comment. I kicked him the fuck out. So he's obviously MIA from the internet right now. If he ever does come back, it would be interesting to see what side he's on. I don't want to spend too much time talking about that here. Not that I'm afraid to, but just because this video is already going to be long enough as it is. Yeah, the details. Here's the thing: he's totally cut off communication with everyone on the internet too. He deleted his Twitter, which I thought his Twitter was great. That was one of my. He had some banger posts on his Twitter. Deleted that, so I can't look at my favorite Lou tweets anymore. Deleted his Facebook. I talked to him on Facebook last year. I think it was last year. Maybe it was earlier this year. I can't fucking remember. I think it was like end of last year. I don't fucking remember. I can't remember. It was sometime within the past year. I had a very short conversation with him on Facebook. Actually, let me check. I wonder. Oh, I'm gonna pull up Facebook on my laptop because I don't want to pull it up on here. Mainly because I do not know my password. I'm not logged on here. I think he deleted his Facebook, but let me check just to be sure, because I remember looking for it. Around the time, I think it was actually when I saw this comment right here. I was looking for his Facebook to go tell him off, and I couldn't find it. And I was like, did he block me? And all of us were looking for it, and we could not find his Facebook. Also, adding to the mystery of this whole thing, when I was talking to him on Facebook, I brought up his Twitter. I was like, yo, why'd you delete the Twitter? I missed that. He stopped talking as soon as I brought up the Twitter and the internet and stuff. So very weird. Very weird man. A very weird man. I'm trying to see if I can check him out. Because normally, I think on Facebook, if the person like deleted their Twitter or blocked you, it says like it just says Facebook user, but for him it doesn't just say Facebook user. It says his name. But whenever I like try to find the profile, I can't. So maybe he deleted his Facebook. I'm pretty sure he did, cause last that we were looking for it, none of us could find it. Like even Cam has never added anyone on from STC or the internet on his personal Facebook, and he was looking for Lou on there. There's no way Lou would have been able to block him. Cam couldn't find it either. So that makes me think I don't know, maybe he's hiding something. I don't know. He's completely limited basically any possibility to contact him. He still has a Snapchat, but he doesn't use that Snapchat for good. Because he didn't even message Mop on Mop's birthday. He was one of Mop's closest friends, and he didn't say anything to Mop on Mop's birthday. So fuck you, Lou. So here's the deal with Lou, man. We had one Skype call with him in 2017. That was the last time we really actually talked to him, over a year ago, and he's been absent for almost 2 years now. He's been gone. And we really don't have any details why. He won't give details why. You could say he's busy. A lot of people are busy and balance and stuff. I'm fucking busy. And, obviously not now during the summer, but when I'm in school, I'm busy. And, I don't Skype call that often, but I keep in communication with my boys. I don't just fucking turn my back on them. So, as for what do we know about his current whereabouts, I assume he's still in Arizona, and he's, cohabitating with his girlfriend, so he is in fact a degenerate. Do not be like him. Alright, next up on the list, I don't even know if this man's channel is still up. I'm gonna see. Alright, here it is. My man Panksta. Good old Alex. I love Alex, man. Man, do I miss Alex. So, is his Twitter still open? Nah, Twitter's gone, son. Damn. Alright, so, this channel, everything seems to be pretty wiped here. Fuck off, Mox. Go fucking kill yourself. Panksta was into Mad Gamers at one point. So yeah, this is number 7, my boy Panksta. Look at that. Look at. I'm featured on his channel along with Julio and JG Inc. Great selection. Great selection. Great selection. What was this? He made this channel in 2011, right? Yeah, May 19, 2011. So, who is this guy? This guy, his name's Alex. He was originally known as Shadow Silver 35 on YouTube. I met him in 2010 because there's another guy on this list that I'm going to get to soon, actually. Is he the next on the list? Let me check. No, he's a little farther down the list, actually. So, but anyways, there was a guy who I knew through the Aurora Virus chat, and he had a fairly popular channel at the time. Alex, on his Shadow Silver 35 channel, was subscribed to this particular person. And I'm trying to remember. I don't know how he found me. I think that the person made a video. I can't remember if I was in the video, if it was just like if it was just like a battle. But either way, there was this one particular video that prompted him to look into me, you know, see what I was all about. And then he contacted me, and I sincerely apologize. I went and I looked on the channel trying to find what video it may have been, but I did not consider that channel has also been wiped clean, as you will see later in this video. Is this recording? Yeah, I resumed the recording. Okay, very professional. So, back to Alex. He finds this video in 2010 from a friend of mine from the Aurora Virus chat, and he then checks me out, subscribes to me, and then, he hits me up. And he was like, yo, I want to work with you. I think he was actually asking to be into Nintendo Gamers. I think that's when I first found him. Again, check out the video we did on collaborative channels if you want to know about that whole endeavor. But yeah, he found me through that, and then we were really good friends ever since, basically. Well, not ever since, because I don't talk to him anymore. But so after the Shadow Silver 35 account, he left that channel, as people did very commonly back in the day. They left their channels, and he went to a channel called Zekrom LPs HD. For a while, we just called him. It was weird. We didn't call him Alex for the longest time. At first, we called him Shadow, and then eventually we started calling him Zekrom, and then after Zekrom LPs in May of 2011. He moved over to Panksta, and then eventually we were just like, man, you change your shit so much, we're just calling you Alex. We're just calling you by your fucking first name, man. So, good old Alex Panksta. The thing with Panksta is he got hella clout from doing graphics and shit. Like, he would make icons and backgrounds, that shit. He got so much clout from that dude. Like, he was making shit for the big names. I don't know if I should be naming names. I will say he was very close with Pokey Cinema. And funny story, Panksta, I think this was when he was on the Panksta channel. It was either on his Panksta or his Zekrom LPs HD channel. It was like early 2011. It was like probably around May 2011. May have been right when he first made Panksta. Him and our friend Kevin, who I met through Alex, they were using hella bots on their channels. They were view botting, sub botting, and they got caught by me and Pokey Cinema, of all people, and we called them out about it on a Skype call, and they were like, all right, we're gonna stop botting. We're gonna stop botting. But yeah, Alex, despite the bots, man, he was a really cool dude. I do miss Alex. I talked to him consistently all the way from 2010 to 2013, and then after 2013, I just really stopped talking to him. I stopped talking to him for a long time, man. He was in the Acceptors and JG Inc. He was a big name in those groups. The Acceptors podcast is where we got the great meme from him of Down the Shore. And yeah, Alex was a cool dude. And I actually talked to him on Snapchat when I first started college. So, because I had his Snapchat somehow. I don't even know. Because I didn't get on Snapchat till like end of 2013, early 2014. So maybe I still had some contact with Alex at that time, and I was like, "Yo, give me your Snapchat." But even by that point, we were already not talking as much. So I got his Snapchat, and I still have that way to communicate with him. Thankfully, I don't really have any other way to communicate with him. I have so many stories I could tell with Alex, but it's just kind of like I just figure I'll focus on the internet stuff. For like just the general. Met him in 2010. He went through 3 channels. Got caught using bots. That's a fun anecdote. Hella clout from graphics artists. I got in Skype calls with really big name YouTubers in 2011 because of this guy. Like some of my arch nemesis, I was in Skype calls with them. I'm gonna just put it that way. And stopped talking to him probably end of 2013. I stopped talking to him consistently. Fall of 2016, I did Snapchat him some when I was starting college, because he's a year younger than me, I think. Yeah, so I was talking to him about how college is and shit, and he told me what college he was going to go to, but I can't remember. Yeah, I can't remember. Oh, and there was also... I did talk to him. It was Christmas of 2015. I had a Skype call with him, cause we had a big long Skype call during Christmas of 2015. Like me, Josh, Julio, everyone, like all the old guys, Cody, all of us. We had this big ass Skype call. That was our tradition, you know. We used to do the 24-hour Skype call, 4800-hour Skype call. We used to do that during Christmas breaks. So 2015 we brought that back, and that was the last one we did. Most of those guys don't use Skype anymore. So I did talk to him a Skype call in 2015. So that was probably the first time I talked to him on call since from 2013. Haven't talked to him on a call since. I don't think he's been on Skype since. That may be wrong. He may have been on Skype since. I think he was. I think he got on once in like 2016, and we chatted for a little bit, but we didn't call. I talked to him on Snapchat, and then I talked to him last year, actually, summer of 2017. I talked to him on Snapchat very briefly. I was like saying, "Yo, man, you should get on Skype. It's summer, bro." And he said he would, but he never did. So alas, Alex, I would love to have Alex on an episode and just reminisce with him, because I have so many memories with it. I will say, it was funny. Dude, we used... Alex to prank call Cody back in like 2012. I'm pretty sure it was 2012. So like we had Alex prank call Cody, and he was saying like, "I'm Jesus." Like he kept saying that he was Jesus and that he was calling Cody, and then Cody hopped on Skype and he's like, "Who the fuck is calling me?" And we were like, or no, then Alex was like, "I'm Jesus," and he was like, "No, you're fucking Panktash." In typical Cody fashion, just mispronouncing shit. He was like, "You're Panktash." So then we all started calling Alex Panktash, because Cody said Banksta's Panktash. That was classic. So yeah, that's Alex. Good guy. Just, I don't know, things fell off. I'm gonna keep it real. He was pretty dumb sometimes. On another meme about Alex. If you go to the fucking the JG Inc. Bleeps in Space trailer that's still up on my channel, I have him listed as the guy that can't breathe, because he seriously, I guess it was just because he was using a headset, but even then, he would breathe so heavily into his mic. He would be like, just all the time. It's like, bro, you good? So that was another thing. We I think for a while we called him Darth Vader, because that's what he fucking sounded like. He sounded like fucking Darth Vader. So that's Alex. Alright, next up on the list here. Let me see if his channel's still even around. This guy had so many fucking channels. Yeah, that channel doesn't exist. Does that one still exist? Okay, that one does. He uploaded 4 days ago? I got the right guy? Yeah, this is him. Holy shit. Okay. So this is my boy Jared. All right, he uploaded 4 days ago, so that's interesting. He uploaded some Fortnite shit, but what the fuck? Is his voice in it? This is weird. I don't know why that full screened. Anyways, this is my boy Jared. So I'm gonna keep it real with you. I don't really know how I met Jared. It's one of those cases. I don't know how I met him. It was like late 2010 or early 2011 when I met him. And I met him presumably from Pokemon battling, because I was really big into competitive at that time. He was really big into competitive Pokemon battling at that time. And we battled all the time, man. We battled a lot. That was really like kind of the crux of our relationship, was Pokemon battling. If there's this one video on my channel of this tournament I won on PBC, which was the second biggest server on Pokemon Online at the time. I won that tournament, and you see I shout him out in the credits, or not in the credits, but in the description, because he pretty much coached me throughout that entire tournament. So yeah, he was good at Pokemon. I gotta pull this up. Josh actually linked this in the Discord I'm in with him the other day. Pokemosh Pit. What was this? Would it be Rotom Overheats? Yeah, he got a PMP upload. Like, alright, so I had a PMP beta upload, and pretty much anyone could get on beta. But to get on the main channel, you had to suck some dick, which is basically what he did. Because he met one of the guys that ran the channel in real life at a tournament. This kid actually went to tournaments because he lived in New York. He lives in the Bronx. So he had the opportunity to go to all kinds of shit that I didn't get to go to. I had it disliked. This was in 2011. Oh, man. Oh, it was a PMP tourney. So yeah, he went to the PMP tourney. All right, so my man Pokey, my main man Joey here, he's like D-Mac. It was D-Mac because I remember I had the picture. I could probably find the picture if I looked for it. There's a picture of Jared standing next to King Daddy D-Mac. It is so fucking funny, dude, because he was a little kid at the time. He said D-Mac had said to the people at the PMP tourney that they would be allowed to upload their matches to the main channel. Chill, bro. He's a kid. All right, I'm gonna play some of this shit.
Hello, Pokemosh Pit. This is Rotom Overheat here. Excuse the high-pitched voice. That's just me, so if you don't like it, just don't watch this video.
If you don't like it, don't watch. 400 dislikes. So when I met him, I think it was like early 2011 probably. His name was his username was King Piccolo 515. He was a big Dragon Ball fan. Then I think from there he moved to his channel Rotom Overheats, which is the one that, you know, I mostly knew him by. He was on that channel for a while. And then from Rotom Overheats he moved to TCG Happy, which is the channel that I'm on here right now. He moved over to that channel in February 23rd, 2012. But yeah, he was on Rotom Overheats for most of 2011. And then he moved. Oh, I also played TF2 with him for a good while. We had some good times on TF2. Pokemon TF2, that was my shit in 2011. That was all I did in 2011, actually. I played Pokemon competitive, and I played TF2, mainly dicking around, and also trading. So, yeah. Oh, dude, I remember I scammed this kid. Dude, I remember I scammed him. Like, I really do wish I remember how I met him. I remember him being on Zat. Like, I remember in 2011 seeing him on my Zat, and we would battle all the time on there. Like, that's how I would get my battles, is on Zat for a long time. And, yeah, I would you know, talk to him on there. We'd talk about different teams and shit. Dude, I remember one time he came into my Zat accusing me of hacking because I beat him. Dude, I fucking... Because I had my Blissey, I remember, this was in black and white. I had my Blissey, and he had a Snorlax, and he hit me with, like, a fucking body slam or some shit. And, he thought it should have killed, and it didn't. and he was accusing me of hacking. I just randomly thought of that. Anyways, shit, what was I saying? But yeah, I don't remember how I met him. Good times. Shit, what the fuck was I saying? Before I was like, oh yeah, I don't remember how I met him. He was on Zad all the time. Yeah, we played Pokemon a lot. He, I'm trying to remember here. So okay, I talked to him very consistently for a long time. Oh no, I was talking about how I scammed him. I scammed him. Yeah. I scammed him out of. So he was like, he wanted the game Killing Floor. This is just when Killing Floor 1 was out. This was 2011, I think. So I made a deal with him. I said, I'm going to give you Killing Floor for these nice items that you have in your TF2 inventory. So we did a Steam trade, and everything seemed to go correctly. He gave me the items, I gave him Killing Floor, or so he thought. I don't know if it's still like this, but it used to be that when you bought Killing Floor, you got 2 passes for Killing Floor, and basically you could give those passes to your friends. I think most multiplayer games did this. You could, if you bought the game, you could give these passes that lasted for like a week, I think, and then your friends would be able to play the game too for free for that week, and then they would have to buy the game afterwards. So instead of giving him the actual game of Killing Floor, I traded him one of them passes. And he gave me all these fucking rare TF2 items for it. That shit was worthless, bro. So I talked to him for all of 2011, talked to him a lot, talked to him for all of 2012, talked to him for a lot, talked to him for a lot of 2013. And then I think probably, I would say by the end of 2013 is when I stopped talking to him. For very consistently, that is. I don't think I really talked to him at all in 2014. And then in 2015, I did have some communication with him, because when I reopened the Willy123T channel in 2015, he left some comments occasionally with this very channel, TCG Happy. He left a few comments on some of my videos back in 2015. And I may have actually been in a Skype call with him back in 2015. Let me check. Do I have... Shit. Do I have him on here? Yeah, Jared Morales. Yeah, this was I was in a call with him and Jabuya of all people. I don't know how that happened. No, I do remember. Okay. So this is 2015. Yeah, that was the last time I was in a Skype call with him. Before that, it was 2013. So and but for anyone asking, yes, his balls did drop. I can confirm. So I was in a call with him and Jabuya. Jabuya and I, or just me, mainly Jabuya. I didn't talk to this kid that much at that point, but Jabuya was still in contact with this kid named Jordan. Now, Jordan is someone that I knew since 2010. I met him through Cody. Should I have included him? No, I'm not including him on this list because I never really worked closely with him, but I did know Jordan. So, Jabuya was still in contact with him at that point. I was on a Skype call with Jabuya summer 2015. He added Jordan into the call, and then Jordan knew Jared, which is this guy right here, TCG Happy, because they both were involved in competitive Pokemon TCG, because once Jared moved on from the video game, he started playing TCG, and Jordan and Jared were both very good at TCG. I think they actually met each other at an event, or some tournament or something, so they knew each other. And even though I wasn't in contact with really either of them at that point, I think they were actually maintaining some contact, even though I met them in completely different ways. I met Jordan through Cody, and I don't remember how I met Jared, but interesting how small the world is. Like it's like how Heidegger wrote about technology bringing us closer together, but not necessarily reducing distance. I don't know where I was going with that, but anyways, Jared I don't even know why he came up in the conversation, but we ended up bringing him to the call, and I talked to him for a while that night. And that was the last time I talked to him. I don't think I have heard from Jared at all since 2015. And then there was the big gap between 2013 and 2015. I don't think I really talked to anyone in 2014 except for like Mop. Mop and Cody, obviously Cody. Like Mop and Cody I think were like the only people I talked to in 2014. That was a rough year. So yeah, that's Jared. Good guy. He when I was younger, he was really good at getting me mad. Like he knew how to push my buttons, man. Like I tell you, man. Something about these New York kids, man. They really know how to push my buttons. Alrighty. So let's see. That was number 6. Number 5. Oh, I can't wait to talk about number 5. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Tim's LPs. So how did I find Tim's LPs, you may ask? You know, I'm actually curious. When did he make his channel? Because I don't think I ever actually checked that. 2011. Okay, so I found him actually really soon after he made his channel. So he made his channel February 20th, 2011. Where's the video? Actually, let me just go to most popular. I'll find it. It's probably number 1. No, it's number 2. Oh, he has a rap. What the fuck? Who the... Let's listen.
It's just a tough piece of shit. You've got to get right back up after you have been hit. It's called resilience. We've all got to have it. When life is tough, man, we just have to match it. Come on. You only live once, and in that lifetime, and you've got to have fun. Don't worry about the small things. Life's too short. Just enjoy life like it's a 5-star review. Just push and push.
Oh wait, hold on. There's the drop.
Just live it to its fullest. Make it the best and just have some fun. You've only got one, man. Then it's...
This is... Ignore everything we just heard, because I'm going to tell you how cool this guy was. That's not going to help. Alright, this video is going to prove you all wrong. Okay, May 1st, 2011. This video gets uploaded. I don't know how I found out about this guy. You see Julio. What the fuck are these comments? So basically, I think. Hold on, let me watch through some. I'm just gonna play this without my commentary. I'm just gonna play this.
Hello and welcome. Bomberman has officially pissed me off today, so instead of your regularly scheduled me fighting the boss, Stage 4, Sewer Savage of Blue Resort in Bomberman 64, please enjoy this video instead. Stay tuned, and I'll see you when it doesn't piss me off.
And that's the rest of the video. Now, to you modern-minded 2018 people, this may seem retarded, perhaps even cringy, but to us in 2011, this was a work of art. Now, I may be incorrect on how I found this guy, but I think it was because that intro at the beginning there, this intro, I think that was made by Alex, actually. I think that was made by Panksta, my boy Alex. That looks like his style of intro that he was making in early 2011. So, or not really early, this was May, but around that time, I do remember him making a lot of intros like that. And I think it was he made that intro, and I think somehow Alex shared this guy's channel with us, and he was like, yeah, I made an intro for this guy. And like he was just sharing, because we were asking, I think we were talking about like his graphics stuff, like how business was. He was like, yeah, I just made this intro, or something to that effect. And he linked us to this channel, and This was the most recent video on that when he linked it to us. He must have linked it to us on May 1st, 2011, because I remember this video had just been uploaded the day he linked it to us. So, Alex makes the intro, gives it to Tim. Tim gives the video to us. Or no, Tim doesn't give shit to us. What the fuck did I just say? Tim produces this video. I guess he does give it to us in a very generous way of producing it and putting it on the internet. We click on it, and we have a field day with. I remember Cody was watching this. For a very long time, this was the hardest that Cody has ever laughed. Like, I shit you not, Cody watching this video, it was probably the hardest Cody laughed in all of 2011. Like, was watching this fucking Bunchy. And so the Bunchy became a part of our lore. Yeah, that's why the Bunchy was in, he made a cameo in my Persona video. Let me see if I can find that. Because I'm telling you, this was in 2011, but this video, its effects, its impact, still ring throughout, all the way to 2017 when I did that skit. Yeah, watch this shit. Guess I'll head outside. Look, there it is. Oh, see, there it is. I did it for him, bro. So the Bunchy is the Rainbow Bunchy, man. I don't know why, but we found this so funny. I remember when we found Tim, he had probably 40 subs, and then between my accounts and Cody's accounts and Julio's accounts and Josh's accounts and Alex's accounts, we got him up to 70, 75 subscribers, dude. I'm not even shitting you. We literally almost doubled his sub count. And it's funny, I remember he was taking a nap when all this was going down, and then he woke up and he looked, and he had 100 fucking, obviously not 100 count, a lot of our comments seem to have been deleted, but we left a ton of comments. You see, Julio was replying to one of my random accounts, and Cody left a bunch of comments, and this really became a big fucking meme. This is where we got the Six Flags meme from, actually, because for some reason Cody was like, he's taking his pink ass to Six Flags, and then so many fucking memes in our group spawned because of this. Things that Cody and I still reference to this day spawned because of this. So this was how I met Tim. I was a loyal subscriber to him from this point forward. Now, Tim was never in any videos with me. I unfortunately never had Tim in a video. However, he was a member of LPs for Dinner for a while. I know this is a very weak case to include him in here, but he did upload 2 parts of Pokemon Emerald to LPs for Dinner, because as soon as I saw this video, I was like, dude, you have to join our collab channel, please join. And he was like, sure, man. So May 7, 2011, he uploaded his first part of Emerald on LPs for Dinner, and it was actually getting decent views. 131 or 132 on the first part, and then 100 on the second part. He was getting decent views. Holy shit, my Naranya LP got a lot of views. Maybe I should have continued that. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, that was Tim, and then he quit after part 2. He was like, actually, I don't have time for this. So he left LPs for Dinner, unfortunately, but I did get to work with him in some capacity. And then we still talked on Skype for a while, and as proof of that, I want to show you. Where the fuck oh, here it is. We still talked on Skype for a while after that, because as you can see on November 1st, 2011, he made an update, and as you can see, these are his boys. He says, these are my boys. Can we make the quality any better on that? Oh my gosh, Tim, you uploaded this in 240p in 2011. Wow. So anyways, yeah, who are his boys? This is young Josh. This was young Josh. This was young Julio. I'm done, bro. And then this was young me. This was all of us in 2011. He was talking to Josh, Julio, and me, and that we were his boys in 2011. See, so just, somehow, basically it's because of Alex that we met this guy. So Alex, he gets some clout. He's making graphics. This guy comes to him. He's like, give me an intro. He then makes a baller video that he probably thought no one was going to look at. He thought it would probably get like 10 views, 20 views, and then he would just continue his Bomberman 64 LP. Nah. Alex directs us to this guy. We find him. We love him. We think that video is amazing. It creates so many jokes and inside jokes and memes that last with me and Cody for years. And we are me, Josh, and Julio. We're his boys all the way, even in November 2011. So the relationship with Tim lasted for a while. However, I don't think I talked to him. Dude, I can't remember the last time I talked to him. It's funny. He actually. Happy birthday to whoever the fuck this is. Sensational GP. Happy birthday. But I had Tim on Skype. Yeah, it was just Tim. He hasn't been on Skype in a long time, as you can tell. This was the last conversation I had with him. He said, Willie. I said, yo, don't give me that. Okay, be polite. You Willie, Hugh. Dude, where you been? Touch myself. How are you? Did you miss me? Yeah, really? I've been touching myself too. I was too busy with that to miss you, though. How could you, Willie? Surprised you remembered me? How can I not remember you? You're the nigga who brought us Bomberman Part 10. Oh, yeah. Man, that was some real nigga shit. So Tim was kind of a one-hit wonder in a sense that was his best video. But we didn't just like him for the video. We loved Tim. And Tim, if you ever come back, I would gladly talk to you, make videos with you, whatever you want, Tim. You were a cool dude. 2013 was the last time I had any communication with him. It was just a very short communication. I think the last time I was on a Skype call with him was probably around the time that My Boys update came out, honestly. It was probably like December 2011, maybe. Like, I don't have really much memory of talking to him in 2012. I can't think any memories of him in 2012. So the thing is, where did he go? We don't know. He's not on Skype. He's definitely not on YouTube. He hasn't uploaded in 6 years, man. I hate going to channels and seeing this. There'll be like an update, a really optimistic update, like new mic and update, and then they never do anything again. All right, so this was at the end of 2011. Did you quit YouTube? Probably. And I don't think he has any social media to contact him through. So Tim, another unsolved mystery. Where did Tim go? I never had a falling out with him. None of us did. We were his boys. So where did Tim go? I don't know. It's an unsolved mystery. Rest in peace, Tim. Haven't heard from him in 5 years. When was that convo? Over 5 years. Haven't heard from him. Sad stuff, man. He was a good guy. So, we've gone through number 8, Lou. Number 7, Alex. Number 6, Jared. Number 5, Tim. I'm about to do number 4 as soon as I take a drink of water, like Marco Rubio. Alright, number 4. Dragon Garchomp 12. My boy Evan. So Evan, I met Evan really early on in my YouTube career. I met him on the Aurora Virus chat, and this is the guy I was talking about with Alex. This is how I found Alex, Shadow Silver, Panksta. So as you can see, he has no uploaded videos. He wiped his uploads, which is sad, because he operated on this channel for all of 2010 and some of 2011 as well. And he had a lot of good uploads, a lot involving me. He really liked me. We were really close, man. He was probably one of the people that I was the closest with from the Aurora Virus chat. I was really close with Evan for a long time. Wow, he joined in April 2nd, 2010. Same age as me. He's got a Zat link, of course. So a big thing for me and Evan was also competitive Pokemon battling. he was there when I first started getting into battling. He was one of the few people that had the patience to battle me because I was so bad when I first got into it. And but he would still battle me when I wanted to. And then once I got good, then dude, in 2011 when I was good, dude, him and I were hot rivals for a bit. And dude, I gave him the work. I had a clean winning record over him in 2011, but make no mistake, he beat the shit out of me in like 2010. Dude, in 2010, this nigga swept me with a muck. You know how in 2011 I swept Cody with a muck? That was my inspiration. This guy beat me so bad. In 2010, he swept me with a muck. I felt like I had to. It's like the bully becomes the bully. So that's why I swept Cody with a muck in 2011. But just in the same way that I made Cody better at battling, Evan helped make me better at battling. Now, he wasn't like my main coach or anything. I would say that probably the main coach I had in battling at that time was probably Josh, in all honesty. But Evan and I, we had a lot of good battles, a lot of good talks, a lot of good co-commentary. I mean, a lot of fun co-commentary. Let's not go as far as say it was good. So, he moved on from the Dragon Garchomp 12 channel like everyone fucking does. Everyone just loves to move on to channels. And wiped his videos. Unfortunately, we lost so much history with that. And then he went over to this Elite Micro Gamer channel. And I love the description on this one. So, he had the sub for sub is the same as like using a sword dance. He had this on Dragon Garchomp 12, but this whole thing, he came up with this himself, and he was very adamantly against sub for sub. And then I love this one. Rules for battling me. Noob claws. I don't even know what the fuck that is. Evasion claws, item claws, uber claws. All Pokemon are level 100. No unreleased Dreamworld abilities. No gay OU spammer. You know who you are, Willie. So, oh, by the way, he moved over to this channel on May 4th, 2011. I want to say fuck you, Evan. How dare you call me a gay OU spammer when I beat you with an Ampharos in an OU black and white battle? I still have that shit up. I'm gonna pull it up. Because I remember he was all like, "Oh, how are you bringing Ampharos? That shit is like NU. How are you bringing, bro? You Ampharos and OU? Nigga, you dumb." But I was so good at that point, it didn't matter. I could bring cool Pokemon. God, fuck, that's bringing up all the crystal videos now. Oh, here it is. Oh, watch me fuck him up. April 12th, 2011. Oh, so this was before this channel was made. Oh yeah, I guess that makes sense because I had Dragon Garchomp 12 in the title. It's just really poor quality, but I bet him so many times. Didn't feel. Yeah, I bet him so many times. This is the only one I have public. I don't even remember when I wrote this. I really do. I do miss the guy, man. I really do. He was funny.
Hey everybody, Willie.
Oh, we're not listening to that. Wait, watch this. So yeah, I had the Mew and Garchomp. Like I know. All right, my team was fucking bonkers. Holy shit. I had Omastar, Ampharos, Aggron, Mew, Scizor, and Garchomp. So like half the team's legit, and then the other half is just like, what the fuck? Alright, where's Amphy coming? Look at this nigga. Hold up. Oh, come on. Here we go. Look at this shit. Alright, he thinks his Ampharos is gonna get fucked up. He thinks my Ampharos is getting fucked up. Watch this. Alright. I hit him with the sub. I don't care about Leech Seed, bro. He brings in this motherfucker. Watch this. This was before Fairy type, so he's dead. Boom! That nigga got the hit. Okay, actually, I'm fucking dead. Actually, Ampharos didn't do that much work. But... oh, wait, no, he got the crit! He got the crit! I knew there was a reason that I hyped this shit up. I was like, damn, that focus punch didn't do. I got the crit. Oh, that's the type of shit I did back in the day, man. I would pull out crits out of my ass like that. He thinks he's setting up a wish on me? Nah. No. And then I fucking whooped him. Scissor fucking finished his ass. I whooped him. Look at that. I had to end it with a pick of Ampharos for the book because he was talking so much shit. He talked so much shit and he got hit for that. And then he has the nerve after that battle. That battle was in April. His channel gets created in May, and he still calls me a gay OU spammer. Disrespectful, Evan. Just disrespectful. So yeah, I talked to him all the time in 2010, all the time in 2011, and then I think at like end of 2011, he got really into Call of Duty. That was some of the stuff he uploaded on this channel was Call of Duty, but again, this channel's completely wiped too. But he was really into Call of Duty, and then he stopped talking to us because we weren't really into Call of Duty. We were still more into Pokemon because we're gay like that. So he got into the Call of Duty shit and then disappeared, unfortunately. I'm trying to... Is this channel still existent? Yes, dude. So I made this channel to fuck with him. I trolled. This was the old icon he had, and I made this channel called Elite Micro Gamer. August 4th, 2000. I made this channel to fuck with him, dude. There was so much infighting with Evan and other people. Evan was another one of those people who just kind of attracted fights to him. And the thing is though, like, he would argue over the dumbest shit, like video game taste. Like him and Josh would get in fucking like heated arguments about fucking video game taste. The more things change, the more they stay the same, I suppose. Because Josh still loves to argue about that kind of stuff. So yeah, I think like end of 2011 was probably about when contact was ceased with Evan. I then reached out to him on Facebook in the summer of 2013. I reached out to him on Facebook and contacted him, trying to catch up with him. We had a brief conversation on Facebook at that time, and I won't show it because he was very adamant about not letting personal information out there, so I will not show it because it has his last name in it. However, I do know that he is in college now, so good for him. I don't know what he's studying, but he's in college, at a decent college, and I just learned that from looking at his Facebook. I haven't talked to him since 2013. It's been almost 5 years since I had any communication with this guy. And the thing is, we really don't know what prompted him to leave. Like, sure, the Call of Duty had something to do with it, but you know, there are plenty of people that they stick around even though they don't really play Pokemon anymore. I don't know. People, you always gotta wonder. But I do know for a fact that he is still alive at least, so that's good. Okay, we're going to get into the top 3 now. So we've been, to recap, Lou, 9, Alex, 8, Jared, 7, Tim, 6, Evan, 5. Before we get into the top 3, though, I do want to give some honorable mentions that I did not give at the beginning of this video. The first honorable mention that I want to give is to Jamie Spilsbury, who I recently made a video about. Go check it out. It's called A Glimpse into the Legend of Jamie. I'm not including him on the actual list just because I never really worked with him. This is the only recording I have of him, as I explained in that video. So go watch this video, A Glimpse into the Legend of Jamie. It's on my channel. If you want to see what this Jamie Spilsbury guy was all about. I didn't include him on the list because I never worked with him, but he was such a great, funny guy, such a unique figure, one of those people you look back on and really wish you had more info on. I had to shout him out here too. I also want to give an honorable mention to my friend Dakota, aka Pokey Superboom, aka Mega Furious Gaming. He and I created our YouTube channels on the same day. I talked about him at length last year. So if you want the rundown on who he was, go check him out. Or no, go check him out. Check out the video I did last year, the 7-year channel anniversary, Nighttime Nostalgia. I talk about him at length in that video. I'm not going to repeat everything here. That's the only reason he's not on the list. I haven't talked to him since like 2014, I think. I think it was the last time I heard anything from him was 2014, and he just fell off, and I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going on with him. He was an IRL friend. I knew him before I made YouTube, and we made our channels on the same day. So I knew him in like 08 or 09. So yeah, I think it was summer of 08 is when I met him. Yeah. I had some crazy times with him. I talked about him a lot in last year's Nighttime Nostalgia for the anniversary. So go watch that if you want more information. He was in a lot of videos of mine early in the days. So wouldn't be here without him. Like none of this. Like I say, I wouldn't be here without any of you. Like I wouldn't be here without Cody. Wouldn't be here without Mott. But I really legitimately would not be here doing this right now if it hadn't been for Dakota. So shout out to him. And you know, he was my best friend for a long time, and now I don't know where he's at, what he's doing. Never had a falling out with him, just drift apart. That's how life is sometimes. Alright, moving into the top 3 now. Let's talk about my man here. Brent. Oh, Brent. I'm surprised he still has these videos up, actually. Oh, man. Look at that battle with Josh. Wonder who won that. Oh, so it's just a 3v3. This quality is awful, Brent. I'm sorry, man. I'm assuming that Josh... Oh, did Josh lose? Oh, no, he hit him with the Giga Drain. Oh, Josh got him with the Giga. Look at this quality. This is potato quality. Yeah, so Josh beat him. Figured Josh was much better at battling than Brent. Oh, Brent's like, yeah, guess what? I post my losses. Fuck you, Brent. I post my losses too. Or at least I did back then. I just didn't have a lot of losses at this time. This is March 28, 2011. That was at the peak of my battling capability. I never lost in March of 2011. Fuck out of here, Brent. This passive-aggressive ass. I don't know what my comment was. It's apparently gone. So, anyways. Brent was at the center. The thing is, Brent loved drama. So that's why we got along so great. So how did I meet him? So Brent, loving drama as he did, he was heavily involved in the Conjopi and Isophis false flagging stuff in 2010. He took interest in me because my channel got suspended as a result of that. You'll remember in 2010, I talked about this last year as well. 2010, I had this channel got suspended for copyright stuff, and then I moved to Epic Houndoom. While I was on Epic Houndoom, he became very interested in me because I was a victim of the false flagging drama that he was so desperately obsessed with, as was a lot of people at the time. I'm not saying that to knock him. That, you know, I was obsessed with that. And I actually recognized Brent because I had worked with him on some stuff. So in 2010, did I talk about this last year? I can't remember if this was one of the channels I talked about last year. It may have been. So I had this channel called Saving LPers 2010. I had the Mysterious Darkrai. It was at the end of the summer of 2010 when the false flagging shit was still going on. What the fuck are some of these likes? Holy shit. I should not have clicked on that. Oh my gosh. This is what I was looking for. This is the funny shit. This is totally unrelated to Brent. But, so basically I knew of Brent because, he and I, under the alias of Saving LPers 2010, I did a lot of research on the Conjopi Isophis stuff, and I encountered Brent, and you kind of compared notes a little bit, I guess you could say. But he didn't know it was me for a while until after we started talking personally. And, these channel comments are so funny. 56 Shadow Man, hey, thanks for the sub, and I hope you stop those hackers. I love this guy too. Hey, one of the Conjopi's bastards is stalking me. Great, my grandmother made a comment to a no-no bus. And I got bashed in her place. Amazing comment from Cody here. Incredible comment from Cody here. Thank you for checking me out and subbing me. That was real nice of you. Please tell me if you like my LPs or not. I need to know in case I need to improve. And if I do, please tell me what I can do to be better. And good luck with those goddamn hackers. Frowny face. This is such a kind, genuine comment from Cody. So yeah, oh, and I think Brent knew about me because, so shortly after I made this channel, and I came and I was like, I'm gonna save the LPers, saving LPers 2010. That's my name. I was like, I'm saving the LPers. Don't worry, no one's getting flagged. I'm taking these trolls down. So, right after I made this channel, one of the major iSophist accounts got suspended by YouTube, and I took all the credit for it. I was like, because no one else was taking credit for it, I was like, that was me. I took him down. That was me. I did that. That was me. All me. And that's how I got some clout. People were like, oh shit, dude. Because I took all the credit. I really didn't do shit. You know what I did? On the old YouTube layout, there used to be a report channel background image button, and there was a report icon image button. I just spammed clicked those on the guy's channel. Did that do anything? Probably not. He probably got like a community guideline strike for saying some abhorrent shit or something. But that doesn't matter. I took the credit for it, and everyone loved saving LPers 2010 for a hot minute. I was the hero. Everyone loved me. Brent supposedly, when I told him about this months later, when we were friends, he supposedly knew that I was full of shit, but who knows. So yeah, King of Hearts 1394 was the username. When did he join YouTube? October 24th. So he must have had a channel before that. Yeah, oh no, it was called like I think it was called like Blue Totodile or something like that. Yeah, he had a channel before called like X Blue Totodile or some other shit. So yeah, we were really good friends because he started talking to me after my channel got suspended in 2010, and he was one of the first people I talked to on Skype actually, and we were good friends for all of 2010, all of 2011 really. He had some sus moments in 2011. He had a lot of sus moments. But my friendship with him did not end as a result of falling out, actually. Well, yeah, my friendship with him. But so basically, in 2012, we did an Acceptors podcast. And he had been away for a while, actually, at that point. He had been away for a couple months. I don't know what he was doing. I think he was hanging out with another group of people. That was something that he liked to do. But fuck it. I'm going to just come out and say it. Brent was kind of a whore. Whoever the most, like, famous person that would take him was, that's who he would hang out with. So I was the most popular person that would take him in 2010. So he was in my entourage, and then in later, in like mid 2011, early 2011, somewhere in that range, he started hanging out with MML Frosty Pixie, who I introduced him to, by the way. I just want to remind everyone that I was the one with the connections, but he was good at kissing up, I wasn't. So he got into her inner circle. He had a falling out with her, came back to my inner circle, was in my entourage for a while, then started hanging out with some other people in 2012, I believe. Disappeared for a couple months, came back. We were like, oh, do you want to be in the Acceptors? He was like, yeah. So we did a podcast. It's episode 2 of Acceptors Discuss. I can pull it up. This one, I think. Is it this one? No, it is not this one. Oh, it is. No, this is episode 2. I was right. I clicked on episode 3. Here it is. So who was here? We had Julio, Brock, Josh, Willie, Brent, and Dom. What an incredible cast. I don't talk to any of these people anymore. I talk to literally 0 of these people. I still have some contact with Josh and Julio. I have Brock on Snapchat. And Brent and Dom, never heard of them in a long time. Well, actually, I had an encounter with Dom last year, but it wasn't a good one, I'll put it that way. STC knows what I'm talking about. Josh knows what I'm talking about. So, Brent, shortly after that podcast episode, Brent got in a big argument with our friend Kevin, who I met through Alex. And Kevin said some things. Kevin said some things about Brent's personal life, his family life. Kind of crossed the line, maybe not. They were both being dicks to each other, and Brent just rage quitted. And I remember Brent, he had a friend I don't remember what, something was up with this girl. There was some issue with her, and she needed money. I think it was to like cover medical costs or something. And Brent was talking about he was going to get into TF2 trading. This was in 2012, so TF2 trading was still kind of reasonable at that time. And I felt so bad for him that I gave him the sexy genuine El Jefe, the infamous video that for some reason has a pretty bad like the dislike ratio and has 4,000 views for some fucking reason. I gave him my sexually genuine El Jefe and I said, use this to kickstart your trading career on TF2 and make some money for this girl that needs it. And that's what happened. Or I don't know what the fuck he did with him. Maybe he didn't make any fucking money and that girl just died. I don't fucking know. I don't even know if that's the right story. It may have been... No, actually, I think that's correct. Or maybe he was lying to us. He lied to us before. Lied to us about Pokey Trash Can. Ain't that right? Josh will agree if he's watching this. So, I gave him that. I don't think I told anyone but him about it. And because I didn't want it to be a public thing. I was trying to actually be charitable. By that point, this was late 2012, mid to late 2012. I was done with TF2 at that point. I was like, take my shit. I don't care. And that was that. So I gave him that. I was just trying to be charitable. And then after he had that argument with Kevin, I never heard from him again. And that argument was in 2012, like late 2012, mid 20, around it was around the time that second podcast was filmed. When was that? Now, just because it was October 2012, so probably October 2012 was the last time that no, it wasn't October, it was August. Why do I keep looking at that one? It was August 2012. So probably August or September was the last time I ever heard from Brent. And, yeah, just because of an argument he had with Kevin. Like, why couldn't he could have kept in contact with me? I gave him my fucking most valuable TF2 item. But I'm not that salty about it because I know if I had maintained contact with him, I probably would have had a falling out with him. Because he was very politically leftist, and even though I wasn't as radical back then as I am now, I was still conservative back then, I was like normie tier conservative back then, so he would definitely hate me now, especially in light of Donald Trump, which seems to have mind raped every leftist and convinced them that they have to dedicate their life to shitty social causes and lose all their, just could delete themselves of any right-wing friendships. And also Brent was gay, and as you know, I don't like gay people, so we probably would have had a falling out after that. But hey, Kevin did it for me. Kevin, I don't know what he's up to. Should I have included... I didn't include him on the list because I don't really give a fuck about Kevin. I hated Kevin. Kevin was a piece of shit. But he was hilarious. That's the one thing I'll give him. He was hilarious. But man, he really pushed my buttons. He was from New York, just like Jared. I'm telling you, these New York people really knew how to push my buttons. But yeah, I did work pretty closely with Kevin. There's some videos of co-commentary with Kevin up on my channel still from 2011. He had a very interesting personality. And Kevin was actually how I met Dom. So, fun history tidbit. Alright, this next person. Holy shit, this next person. You guys aren't ready for this next person. This next person fell off the internet so hard. I don't have a YouTube channel to show you, so we're going to sit here and look at my very weird and varied subscriptions for a minute. This next person is a part of an affiliation or a descriptor that we don't like here. This person is a woman. The only woman on this list. Her name is Katie. How did I meet Katie? I met her in 2011. In 2011, a very cool thing that people like to do, it was very annoying actually. People like to add a fuck ton of their contacts into a Skype call out of nowhere and then spam their fucking notifications. So I met Katie as a result of one of these spam calls in 2011. I think the call was started by Fluffy or someone. I don't remember who started it. But I met Katie through this spam call in 2011. And this actually happened. Okay, so I think there were two instances. There was one spam call I met her in. And not really met her. I didn't really talk to her in the first one. This was a little earlier in 2011. And I just added her as a contact, or she added me. I don't remember what happened. I think she added me because she had some joke about my name that she wanted to tell me. She made some joke about my name being Willie. Probably some gay 2011 shit. So later in 2011, when Josh and Brock and Julio and I and all of those people, when we were doing our Christmas call, our 100-hour Christmas call, someone, I think it was that we added Fluffy into the call for some fucking reason. And then, it was either Fluffy or Amir. I can't remember if it was Fluffy or Amir that we added. I think it was Amir because we wanted to make fun of him. So I think the first spam call that I met her in, quote unquote, was started by Fluffy. And then during the Christmas call, we added Amir in because we wanted to make fun of Amir because we found some cringy shit about him. And then he started adding random people because he thought, spam calls were cool because he was autistic like that and probably still is. So he added Katie in there. So we ended up removing Amir and a bunch of the people that he added, but Katie was still in the call with us and she was still talking. And for a hot minute at the end of 2011, for a while into 2012, like I'm talking up until probably about summer of 2012, Katie was like a regular in our group. So first, that was probably no, I can't say it was the first. The first girl that was a regular in our group, the group with Josh and Julio, that our first girl regular was this chick we used to talk to called Chirucha. I thought about including Chirucha on the list, but she didn't fall off. She still uploads videos. We just don't talk to her. I don't talk to her anymore. I don't think anyone does. But Katie was the second female regular in the group. And boy, do I have some stories regarding Katie. But even better than that, I have some footage of Katie. So, why did we like Katie? Why did we let her be in the group? Why did we let Katie be? I'm not gonna listen to my voice. Like, what was it about? I'm not sure. I really can't remember like what it was. I can't remember what it was about. I don't really know why we wanted Katie. I can't. I can't remember why we wanted Katie to be in the group. So I actually hated this bitch. I'm not even fucking joking. I hated this bitch so much. So before I get into the history, let me just tell you, she fell off the internet so much. I can't find her Facebook. I had a Facebook that we used to talk on. She used to fucking flirt with me on my Facebook. Can't find her on Facebook. That shit is deleted. Both of her Skype accounts that I have added are gone. I haven't been online in a very long time. I think she had a Tumblr. Yeah, she did have a Tumblr. Her Tumblr, because I remember I looked at it in preparation for this video. There's a Tumblr, like if you go on her Skype about bio, there's a Tumblr link. That Tumblr link leads to nothing now. That is also deleted. And when I look up for her name, I can't find any social media. Because I still remember her name. Can't find any social media. I really hope this is the thumbnail. I really... I hope YouTube chooses... I'm going to leave this up for a long time in hopes that YouTube will select this as the thumbnail. At least it's one of my choices. Yeah, she's just gone off the internet. She fell off really hard, so... You can kind of tell why she was in the group. Oh, I have another really good picture of her. Shit, what? Where is it? No, I have a really good picture of Katie. Hold up. This is legendary right here. I don't know why it's so small. I wish there was a bigger version. This Katya wrote Katya on it. It said, "Stop staring at my boobs." There's one R in staring, you dumb bimbo. So Katie was from California, so that explains why she's so dumb. She's also a woman, so that joke tells itself. I didn't really work with Katie. She was in JG Inc. or what would later become JG Inc. I don't know if she was ever in any videos on my channel. There may have been like one or two actually that she was like just Skype recordings that she was in. But she was going to be a part of our heist. We had a heist planned. She also like played some video games with us. She played Call of Duty with Josh, and I think she played some shit with us on Steam. I think she actually played TF2 a little bit. And she was like a part of the crew, I guess you could say. And I also have her included. I have clips of her in the Bleeps in Space trailer, so that counts. She's been on my channel. She counts. There's a clip of her saying, "I could have sworn I was wearing pants just a minute ago." That's in the JG Inc. Bleeps in Space trailer. You are, even in 2012, I knew that you only use women in your work as sex objects. even in 2012, I knew that. So, I'm just looking at this. I'm not going to tell you how old Katie was in this. I'm just going to tell you would be surprised. Let me put it this way. So this was in 2011, right? Alright, so this was February of 2012. February 7th, 2012. If her and I had dated at that time, it would not have been weird in terms of age. Let me just put it that way. So for those of you who know how old I am, you can probably deduce that they're putting shit in our fucking water. Let me just put it that way. I don't know what the hell they be drinking in Cali, bro. No, I mean nothing anymore. Them niggas ain't got no water now, but back then, must have been something in it. But yeah, Californians aren't human, so I'm glad I don't talk to her anymore. And she's also a woman, like I said. I've got one Californian that I talk to now, Eric. That's the most I can take. And you know, Julio's exempt from that. I don't know what it is about Julio. He doesn't act like a Californian. Julio was just Julio. Yeah. But man, this Katie bitch, I really hated her, because once she was in the group, like, the entire dynamic shifted. See, this is why I support gender segregation. Because you basically, once a woman enters a male space, the entire dynamic shifts, because the woman is to be pursued, and men are the pursuers. So when you have one woman and then like 6 dudes, it's like a sausage fest, and there's this one girl, and you know, there's all these pursuers, only one thing to be pursued. Yes, I'm calling women things. And then you have like this weird dynamic where it's like everyone's in competition, then like they know it, but it's not explicit. It's very weird. But I didn't fall for that shit. I thought patrolled her. Everyone really just white knighted for this bitch. Brock, Julio to a very small extent. Julio, aside from me, Julio is probably the one that didn't have her bullshit. But he had his moments where he was like all up on her, you know, wanting her, you know what I'm saying. But really, the main culprits of white knighting, orbiting before that was even a term, really. Josh, Brock, and Alex. Man, Alex. Especially this nigga Alex. He was such a pussy for Katie, bro. So, the thing is I kind of ruined it for everyone. No, she ruined it for everyone. So let me put. Also, you may notice this doesn't look like Skype. Yeah, you're right. These borders don't look like Skype. I just want to point this out. At this point in time, you had to pay Skype to get group video call. It wasn't free. You had to pay Skype to get group video call. So what happened in the end of 2011? Google Plus actually came out. Everyone knows Google Plus. They associate it with 2013 because that's when YouTube made it mandatory to have a Google Plus. But the Google Plus Hangouts feature actually came out at the end of 2011. So you could have group video calls on there for free. So what we would do is we would use the Skype for our audio. And if we wanted to video call, we would use Google Plus. And that was only ever when Katie was online. Because, yeah, I don't know why that was. If only I... Well, I think there were 2 reasons, but I can't remember what they were. So, yeah, Katie made us use Google Plus regularly for a few months. That is basically the moral of that story. We used Google Plus because we couldn't see titties on Skype. And that was the only time I ever used Google Plus for anything. Fuck that shit. So, yeah, our relationship with Katie kind of came to an end. So basically, here's how it went down. I remember Josh asked her out at one point. Now, I don't think he was serious. I think we like dared him to, and he did it, and Katie turned him down. And then Alex asked her out, and Alex was serious, and Katie turned him down. Poor guy. Oh, also, you may notice that, like, it was kind of, like, laggy. Wow, I love how it lagged there. Yeah, see, like, it was really laggy, because I was using my shitty old laptop at this point, and it was on Google Plus, and I was recording with Fraps. I wish we had a situation like this today. I wish I knew an attractive female online today that was dumb like her. I don't. I only know Umbi, not attractive. So, I mean, yeah, dumb, yes, woman, yes, not attractive. So, now, Umbi's a lot more bearable than Katie. Do not get me wrong. I would much rather talk to Umbi than Katie. But I just wish I knew a woman like this today that I could fucking, like, manipulate online. Because think of it now, Skype's got the free video call. I could use that. I've got XSplit, which doesn't make shit lag like Fraps did. And I actually have a good computer so it wouldn't lag. And I would be able to get good recordings. Because a lot of good recordings were lost. I mean, a lot of good recordings, if you know what I'm saying, were lost. Why did that go? Because of my shit lagging. They're just, you can't see them. But I thankfully caught this. I need to end this video soon, man. So how did the relationship end? How did I what did I do to fuck up being able to see shit like this for everyone? Basically, I just fucking went off on her one day. This was like mid 2012. I had enough of her shit. She had the personality of a cardboard box. She was the standard attention whoring bitch. And that's the only reason a woman's ever on the internet, is because they want attention. And they can get it from men on the internet, because it's a predominantly male space. And she was just manipulating that. She was this dumb little teenage whore, not a good person. And I just went off on her one day, man. I was thought patrolling all the way back in 2012. And then she, like, fucking blocked me or something, and then she, like, stopped talking to all. She talked to Alex for a little while afterwards, because she still liked Alex even though she turned him down. Fuck if I know. I know exactly what it is. She liked that Alex gave her attention, but she didn't want to date him, you know. Oh, speaking of Alex and Kid, okay, so let me just finish that part. I haven't talked to her since 2012. It's been 6 years basically since I talked to her. Or I think since any of us talked to her, except for maybe Alex talked to her a little bit later into 2012, but that's about it. And she's completely vanished. Of everyone on this list, except for the next and last person, the last person we're going to get to, which is our next one, aside from him, she may be the one that, like, just fell off the face of the internet the hardest. I can't find anything on her. So, a funny anecdote about Katie. This was beginning of the summer of 2012, I believe, and I had a lot of pictures of Katie, as you can imagine. they were really just screenshots from recordings like this. Anyways, previously, that day or the day before, Alex had said to us that we could not make him mad. He said it's impossible to make him mad because he was a very calm guy. So we took that as a challenge. We went on to 4chan. We went to B. This is B in 2012. Wild times. We go on there, and I post, I make a thread, and I have Katie's fucking image on there, and I say, my name is Alex, and it's time for a Katie thread. So then me and Josh and Julio, we were on that 4chan thread. We were trying to shill to make, like, Katie Queen of B memes. And I was posting all these screenshots. I was posting pics of her ass and her titties on there. Covered, of course, you know. For stuff that would not get me banned, obviously. Plus, she never got naked for us. That, like, I will swear that she never showed anything more than, like, her in a bra. Like, you know. She was very adamant about that. I would thank the Lord for that. I would not want to have that on my hard drive. But so the thread started to get some traction actually, and eventually it kind of blew up a lot. We got a lot of responses of people being like, "This is fucking dumb," but then I was posting some shit in there, and I was posting some pics that like it would be very hard for just a random bystander to get. And I was doing it on like a different browser, so I had a different ID, and then it was like spooking Alex because he would see 3 IDs, and he's like he was like, oh, one of them, it's got to be you guys, because I think Josh sent the thread to him because Alex was offline at the time. He came online in the middle of the thread, and I think Josh like posted the thread in our Skype chat because we obviously wanted him to see it because we were trying to make him mad, and he was like, oh, very funny guys, and at first he was just kind of like he was just like mildly annoyed. He was like, why did you guys use my name for this? This is dumb. Why would you put my name attached to it? What if Katie sees this? And then so he sees the 3 IDs. He sees me. He's like, all right, obviously there's got one of them's Josh, one of them's Julio, one of them's Willie. But then he sees this 4th ID posted photos, and he's like, who the fuck is that? And he starts freaking out. And he was like he eventually just got so pissed at us. He's like, why would you make this thread? Why would you say that I did it? What if Katie finds out? What if she gets doxxed? She's gonna hate me. So basically we put a bunch of pictures of a teenage girl on 4chan just to make Alex mad. Oh yeah. So Katie was the one exception I mentioned at the beginning to the not being able to be a person I had a falling out with. I did end communications with her because of a falling out, but I had to include her just because she fell off the internet so hard. I can't find any info on her. It's crazy. Okay, last person. Number one. So let's review. We had number 8, Lou. Number 7, Alex. Number 6, Jared. Number 5, Tim. Number 4, Evan. Number 3, Brent. Number 2, Katie. And our honorable mentions were Jamie and Dakota. Who is the number 1 person? Who fell off the internet the hardest? This will come as no surprise to some of you. That is not his name. 321. Fuck, I can't fucking find it now. Oh wait, I misspelled this. Fucking bullshit. This is way to ruin the fucking suspense. There we go. Alan doesn't see all. Oh, look at this. Is a great box here. He had Josh, me, and Brent. That was the 3 amigos at a certain point, bruh. So this was his original channel, Alan Sees All. If I remember correctly, I met him through Cody. I don't know how he met Cody, but I did meet him through Cody. Damn, he made this YouTube in 2009. That's saying something, because I think he was a year younger than me and Cody. So, let's see. At 2009, I would have been... So he was like 10 or 11 when he made his channel. That's something, bro. Which, I mean, I don't know, I shouldn't be that Press. Mop was 10 when he made his channel, but still, yeah, this was his original channel. Alan sees all 1, 2, 3. I met him through Cody, like I said, in 2010. He then moved to Alan Doesn't See All 1, 2, 3. I don't know why he switched channels. I think it was some dumb shit, like he forgot the password to this channel or something. Yeah, that's a great box. Well, he had Cody in his box over here, but not over here. Damn, Cody, I guess you were slacking. So yeah, he made this channel in September, and I really talked to him mainly on this channel. You can see he has a battle with Josh, battle with Brent. Yeah, like I said, I don't remember how he knew Cody. Oh, I love this video. Dude, I love it. Because there's me. You got Cody. Holy shit. Okay. This video is great. I'm not going to play this whole video. I'm so glad this video. I'm giving this a like. I am so glad this video is up. Oh, this guy kind of fell off the internet too. He was cool. So this was Evan, Dragon Garchomp 12. The guy, we just talked about. This was Jordan, not the Jordan I mentioned though. This was a different Jordan. This was the guy that we called Yankee, because that was part of his username. It was called like Jake something Yankee Rocks. He was a friend of Cody. I met him through Cody. So I met Evan through AV chat. Met Jordan through Cody, or Yankee through Cody rather. Then there's Josh. Then there's Brent. Then there's Cody. And then there's me. This is crazy. Wait, is this where he's from? Guess what state I live in? Evan, yeah, I knew Evan lived in New Jersey. Oh, dude, that was a meme. Like me, Evan, and Julio. I remember we like made all of our we like branded our channels for like a day to be like the Joyzy Boys. That was a meme for like 2 days. So, dude, this is a crazy. You will never see this group of people together again. You just want. I mean, 3 of these people are on the list. Brent fell off. Evan fell off. And Alan fell off, and just this Yankee guy, he kind of fell off too. So really, the only people in this that are still alive are me, Josh, and Cody, and you'll never see Josh on Skype again. This is crazy. But this is what a Skype call in November 2010 looked like. I'm so glad this is up here. This is really crazy. Oh, and he has Jamie. Oh. So Jamie was around in 2010. Holy shit. He has Jamie in his contacts. This is crazy. But what's even crazier is how long Alan has been gone. I'm glad he did not wipe his channel. I just want to say that. I am so thankful that he did not wipe his channel. But yeah, I mainly talked to him while he was on this channel. Look at this. Update number 2. When did this come out? November. Okay, so I remember he disappeared for a while after he made this video. It was in November of 2010. He disappeared after making this video, I think. A tiny update. Saturday. His upload day. He's only uploading once a week. Come on, man. Yeah, videos didn't require work back then. So the thing is, that was his upload day. He never uploaded on that day. That was his last video in 2010. And then he disappeared off of Skype and YouTube for a while. And then he came back like a month or 2 later. This was either like December of 2010 or January of 2000, or like early January 2011. He got on Skype for one more Skype call. And he talked to like me and Josh and I don't remember who else. And it was a fairly brief Skype call. If I remember correctly, it wasn't that long, and he said, I'll be back. He said, I might be back later tonight. He left the call, and he was like, I'm going to try to come back later tonight. And that was the last we've ever heard from him. 7.5 years later, and this man is still on BRB. If you thought Cody's BRBs were bad, if you thought Mop's BRBs were bad, this man has them all beat. He's been on a 7.5 year BRB. Not a word. Can't find anything about him. However, if he does live in Delaware, if that's true, that's a start for us to potentially recontact him. But I can't find anything on the guy. Skype hasn't come online as far as I know. Now there was a weird thing like last year where his Skype status got like pushed to the front of like the Skype homepage where everyone's Skype statuses are. I think that may have just been a glitch or something. I don't know. If he did log on, that's crazy. But I missed it if he did. But yeah, Alan, he was cool. He was actually kind of like into graphics. He obviously made really shitty graphics everyone in 2010, but he made me a background for my Epic Houndoom channel in 2010 when I was on there, so that was cool. And yeah, he was just a good guy. I think he was a year younger than me, but he was still cool for being so young. And the little bit of memories I have with him, because you got to think I started using Skype, like actually Skype calling at the end of October of 2010. So you got to think I only talked to him for like consistently for like a month at most. I mean, obviously I talked to him on YouTube and stuff before that. Like we would talk in the YouTube PMs or comments or whatever, yeah. And we probably had some text conversations on Skype back in 2010 before I started calling regularly. But, we didn't have a lot of calls with him, so I don't have a lot of memories with him. However, I do remember battling him on Pokemon Online a few times, and I gave him the work. Alan was not that good at battling. But, you know what? No one was back then, let's be real. I wasn't. In November 2010, I was still shit at Pokemon back then. It took me about a month. I think December 2010 is kind of where I hit the stride. It's kind of where I started to put things together. And then once 2011 hit, that's when I beasted out. I can't go one episode without bragging about how many bitches I beat in Pokemon back in the day. But that's how it is. So Alan, congratulations. I have not talked to this man in 7.5 years. Haven't heard anything from him or about him in 7.5 years. It's crazy. It just be like that, man. So, congratulations to Alan on winning the #1 spot of man that I worked with that fell off the hardest. And he was never in any videos on Willy123T, but I think he did co-com some videos on Epic Houndoom, because during the October and November of 2010, that's when I was on Epic Houndoom, which is when I mainly talked to Alan. So yeah, he was in some videos on there. Like I said, it didn't have to be on this channel, even though it's this channel's anniversary. It could have been on any of my channels that I worked with the person on the list. So, and I worked with him when I was on Epic Houndoom, and he was on some streams of mine back in 2010. That's another thing. That's like the big thing. He wasn't really in videos that much with me, but he did. He made me the background, and he was in streams that Cody and I did back in 2010. So, Alan, if you're out there, we miss you, bro. So yeah, that is it. Happy 8 years. Thank you to everyone that has stuck around. I say this every year, but I just gotta remind you all that I appreciate you, especially if you've watched this whole video. It's been a long one. It's probably, how long would you say this video's been? An hour and a half, maybe? I don't know. So yeah, that's it. We had Lou, Alex, Jared, Tim, Evan, Brent, Katie, and Alan, with honorable mentions Jamie and Dakota. A lot of nighttime nostalgia going on. So let's hope to make some more great memories in the upcoming years. I don't know how many years I got left in the tank, man. I don't know how many years I can fucking keep pissing people off online before I get tired of it. But it's fun. So I'm gonna keep doing it for now, and I'll see you all later. Alright, thank you all very much.